A 200 watt-second flash that's more fun and cheaper than an AD200? Yes.
Well, hello there. I'm coming to you from beautiful Palm Springs, and I'm going to be playing with one of my flashes, a GT200 from Geekoto. Hi ho! Yeah, well, this is a favorite flash of mine. It's like the AD200 from Godox, and I know people are going to say, "Oh, I thought you liked Neewer. Weren't you switching from Godox to Neewer?" No, I'm not. I don't switch from anything. I have a bunch of toys, and I like playing with them. So I'm not like just doing one. Like, does Jay Leno only drive one car? No. So this is one of my toys. It's a Geekoto GT200. It's like the Godox AD200. It's 200 watt second. And it's a flash. It looks kind of like the same size as a AD200. But it's not. It's a Geekoto. And by the way, yes, a Godox trigger will work with the Geekoto GT200. So I can mix Godox flashes with this Geekoto flash. And by the way, as far as the Neewer thing goes, Neewer is coming up, from what I was told, with updates. So you can apparently be able to use your 200 and your 400 in the near future with Godox flashes. But in the meantime, you need Neewer. Anyway, so I'm going to use a Godox trigger today with the Geekoto, and this comes with this bracket thing that you screw onto the front like this, and it's got magnetic. You just click something on magnetically. So this is a dome. That's kind of cool. And if you don't want the dome and you want something a little more directional, they have the honeycomb grid, and that can just click right on there also like that. That's really cool. But wait, there's more. There's also something else that you can attach to the front of this. If you get the full kit, you can do a softbox. It has a Geekoto softbox that also goes on the front of this thing. So many options to have some play with. So let's go out there in the Palm Springs heat and take some nice pictures with the GT200 from Geekoto. Hi! Oh.
I brought two lights, but I'm only going to use one for this first setup, so you can see how wonderful pictures can be with just one light. Look at this. This is just one light on camera right. The hair light is from the sun. And look how good this looks. No softbox, no diffuser or anything. This is just a Fresnel. I do have skin smoothing set to low on the A7R5, which, by the way, I'm using a little 35 1.8 for this first setup. This is just one light with a bare Fresnel. And when you don't use modifiers, you don't have to worry as much about the light blowing over. And it's pretty windy at this location. Again, one light, no diffusion. You can see here how she's just totally in shade. And this is what it looks like when you light her up. Alright, let's get her up on the sign here. You can see how harsh the shadows are. So this is what it looks like with no flash at all. This is just a test shot. So now I'm going to put the light in. I'm going to move it over a little bit here. And the purpose of the light obviously is to fill in the shadow. You can see how windy it is, and using a wider base stand with a small light minimizes the chance of it blowing over. Okay, again, so this is with no light at all. I know it's really nice to look at, but we need some light on her face. Oh yeah, that makes her face look much nicer. Really, really nice. And of course, the combination of the bright light and the yellow dress pulls the attention right to where you want it to be. This reminds me how lucky I am to have been born at a time when flying was fun because flight attendants looked like this. The golden jet age. And Palm Springs is the perfect place to keep that 60s vibe alive. I can see the ad now. Come fly the friendly skies. Alright, let's go to the next location. This is in front of the Saguaro Hotel. Another great colorful retro shooting location. So as always, I have her facing away from the sun so she's totally in shade. And then I fill in her face with the flash. And this is what it looks like. I love it. So this is what it looks like with no flash at all. Just ambient light, and this is with a flash. Nice, nice. She's channeling her Christy Brinkley here. Okay, next location, we're going to have her in the shade against the wall here. This is what it looks like with no light at all. Well, that's way too bright. That shadow is nasty. What was I thinking? Let's move the light over here to the right more. Alright, the light's at a better angle, but the beam is too wide. So let's put a honeycomb grid on there and narrow the beam. Now we gotta adjust the exposure. It's getting there, almost dialed in. I'm just showing you how I work and how I think when I do these things. Alright, so we have a single light with a honeycomb grid. She's in the shade, dialing down the exposure. Alright, now we're getting there. Now it's looking better now. Let's move her into one of these nooks here and put the light in the corner and put a spot on her face. Okay, that's a little too bright, obviously, so let's take the light down a bit. Okay, it's more subtle, puts a spot on her face, but the shadow is annoying and it just screams artificial light. So let's turn off the light altogether and just do some ambient light shots with no flash. Yeah, that's better. This is fine. Sometimes you don't even need to use a flash. It's just dialing with the ambient light. Sometimes the natural light is more than good enough. Let's turn the light again on for a moment. It's not bad. Her face looks good, but the shadow's annoying. All right, let's turn the light off. Yeah, this blends together much nicer. I like that. But this video is about a flash, isn't it? Again, everything you're seeing here is just with one Geekoto 200, most of them with a honeycomb grid. Let's move over to the hotel van. It's got a nice colorful paint job. And I'm just setting up one light using the Zeiss 85 1.8 for a little bit of a telephoto look. And it looks great. I love it.
It's 115-degree weather, and that's Marcus's favorite temperature that he loves to photograph in. Thank God for electrolytes.
Oh yeah, you can't tell in the video, but it's over 110 degrees. But it's the desert. It's a dry heat. I love it. But Cara knows I'm going to reward her with a nice lunch after this.
Nice. Nice.
Again, just one light. The sun's coming from the back.
I love these.
Nice stuff.
Yes.
All right, let's try the Geekoto softbox. I got to do some pictures of that so you can see what it looks like. Okay, it looks great, nice and soft, very retro. But what's missing here? What's missing here? Look at her hair on the right. It's just blending in with the wall. We need an edge light to separate her from the background. So I'm finally going to use my second light here, put it there off to the side. And now, yeah, you've got the hair lighting up to separate her from the background. Now we have some separation. And Retro Girl is doing a great job. Look at that wall. I love that wall. Palm Springs is full of stuff like this. All right, we've got to put some gas in the car. Oh, that looks great. Let's do a photo shoot. Don't move. Let me get my camera real quick. Wait, hold it. Let me take a picture here. It's just, that's our life. It never ends. Okay, our last location before we go to lunch. We were just driving by and I saw that wall and I pulled over and said, hey, that looks great. Let's take some pictures here. All right, so here's what it looks like with one light, lighting her up. But again, her head is kind of blending in with the background, so we need some separation. So I'm going to pull out a second light here and put it off to the side so we can cause a rim of light to separate her from the background. And look how far away these lights are. They're pretty powerful. Here's what we have with no lights at all. This is just normal ambient lighting, and this is with both lights. Now the cool thing is the sun is behind her on camera left, but it's not hitting her. As you can see here, it's not hitting her. But when I use the second light, it looks like sunlight lighting up her hair. It matches with the light hitting on the ground. So not only are we separating her from the background with the second light, but it's also simulating sunlight, so it looks natural. It doesn't look fake. So again, here's just natural, normal light, and this is with both. So there you go. Everything you saw was made with the Geekoto GT200. We've been going all morning on one battery and it's still got flashes left in it. This thing is great, and it's less expensive than an AD200. And you can use a Godox trigger with this, which is what I did. It worked flawlessly.
This thing is bright. This thing is as bright or even brighter than a Godox AD200. And like I said, the Fresnel is permanently attached, but it's not a bluish light like the AD200 has. This thing has a nice daylight balanced kind of warmish light. The handle comes off, so what you actually have is something that's the same size, shape, and weight as an AD200, but the battery's a little bit bigger, so you get more flashes. I've had no misfires. I've been running this thing all day, no misfires at all. This thing is powerful, it's long-lasting, really dependable, and you can use Godox triggers, which is really cool. This thing is only $200, and if you want the whole kit with the softbox and the dome and the grid and everything else in the case, it's $299, which is the same price as just the basic AD200, so you get a lot more for your money with this thing, and I like it. Now, like I said, I'm not a favorite. It's not like I'm switching from Godox to Neewer to Geekoto or anything. I just like them all. I just like to which one I'm going to take today, you know, just whatever mood I'm in. They're all good for different reasons. I just like to give you the different choices and tell you about them. So, yeah.
When you grow up, you still like playing with toys. well, these are my toys, and I like playing with them.
We took a lot of pictures with this thing today, and most of what we did today was with just one flash. I used the second flash for some of them for an edge light, but most of, the main light was just one light, and most of that was just the Fresnel. It was just what a lot of people consider hard light. I just used the Fresnel for most of it. So that's pretty impressive, the kind of stuff you can get from this flash, which is affordable. It's very portable for travel. It's very powerful. So I thought I'd share with you one of my things that I really like to use and how easy it is and all the kind of stuff you can get with it. That's what this channel is about. This right here is the GT200 by Geekoto.
Well, there you go. We took some wonderful pictures with the Geekoto GT200. I hope you had a good time. I sure did. Well, I'll see you in the next video.